Oke, Bismillah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back in this video. We're going to go through 20 Ccna exam practice questions together. For each question, uh, I'll I'll I will explain why the correct answer is right, and more importantly, why the wrong answers are wrong. Okay. Okay, let's go to the question one. Oh, this is the, what is it called? Uh, this is the table of contents. Topic number one is OCI model, is one question. IP addressing 2 question, switching 3 question, routing 4 question. Oh, sorry. Oh, this is the number, the, what is page? Okay, the pages, not the pages, the, yeah, the urutan. Let's go to question one. Okay, in the question one, we get the topic is OCI model. Okay, the question is which layer of the OCI OSI model is responsible for end-to-end communication and reliability. The correct answer is B. Is B. Okay, sorry. The correct answer is B. Why correct is B? The correct answer is B because transport layer, which is layer 4 of the OSI model, the transport layer is responsible for end-to-end communication between two hosts. It handles segmentation, flow control, and error recovery. The two key protocols here are TCP, which is connection-oriented and reliable, and UDP, which is connectionless and faster but unreliable. Now, why are the others wrong? Okay, why A wrong, C wrong, D wrong? Option A is network layer 3. Handles logical addressing and routing. It's responsible for moving packets from one network to another using IP addresses. It doesn't guarantee delivery or manage end-to-end sessions. For option C, session layer is layer 5, manages sessions between applications. Think of it like establishing, maintaining, and terminating a conversation between two processes. It doesn't handle reliability. For option D, data link layer is layer 2, handles communication between directly, nothing to do with end-to-end reliability across networks. So remember, transport layer is end-to-end reliability. TCP is your reliable friend. UDP is your fast friend. Sorry. Okay. We go to the next question. Okay. The next question is about IP addressing. Okay. The question is, How many usable hosts are available in prefix 26 subnet? The correct answer is A, 65. The answer is A, 65 usable hosts. Uh, because A prefix 26 means 26 bits for the network, and 6 bits for host. Using the formula 2 to the power of 6 equals 64. Sorry, I don't understand. Uh, no. Because prefix 26 is 65 usable hosts. Okay. Okay. Why is B 64 is wrong? Because 64 is the total number of addresses in that block. So 26 prefix 26 is you 40 64. Okay, total is 64, but to what it is called, to to subnet, how can I, because the 64 is total number of addresses in that block, you cannot assign the network address or broadcast address to a host like that. Why is C 30 is wrong? Because 30 is the correct answer for prefix 27 subnet, and 27 prefix 27 gives you 5 host bits. Okay, not bytes, bits. Okay, and then why is D D 126 wrong? 126 is the answer for prefix 25 subnet. So prefix 25 gives 7 host bits. Okay, like that. Okay, okay, we continue to the next question. The topics, question 3 is topic switching. Okay, the question is, what is the primary purpose of spanning tree protocol or STP? The option correct answer is B, prevent switching loops in a layer 2 network. The correct answer B. Okay, without STP, a network without its STP, a network with redundant paths between switches would create broadcast storms, frames loop endlessly, causing the network to crash. STP solves this by blocking redundant paths logically, ensuring only one active path exists between any two switches at a time. So, why is option A is wrong? STP actually slows things down a bit because ports go through stage blocking to listening to learning to forwarding. There's a convergence delay. Option C, encryption has nothing to do with STP. Encryption is handled by protocols like IPsec or TLS at higher layers. Option D is automatic IP address assignment is the job of DHCP, not STP. Okay, these are completely separate functions. Okay, remember STP is loop prevention. If you loop on the exam, think STP. Okay, we go to the next question. The next question is about routing. The question is, which routing protocol uses Dijkstra SPF algorithm? Dijkstra. The correct answer is OSPF. OSPF, which stands for Open Shortest Path First. OSPF is a linked state routing protocol. It builds a complete map of the network topology and runs Dijkstra's shortest path first algorithm to calculate the best path to each destination. This makes it very scalable and fast to converge. Okay, why option A is wrong? Because RIP uses a distance vector algorithm. It simply counts hops, maximum 15 hops, and shares its entire routing table with neighbors, not Dijkstra involved. Okay. Option B, AGRP. Okay, why is AGRP is wrong? AGRP uses Cisco's proprietary dual algorithm using update algorithm. It's technically an advanced distance vector, not link state, so not Dijkstra. Okay. Option D, BGP. Okay, BGP is the routing protocol of the internet. It uses a path vector algorithm and makes decisions based on attributes like AS path, MED, and local preference. Very different from Dijkstra. Okay, the key is OSPF is link state. Use Dijkstra SPF. Okay, that's classic. Okay, next question. Next question. Okay, VLANs. The question is, which type of port can carry traffic from multiple VLANs simultaneously? The correct answer is trunk port. Okay. B. A trunk port is configured to carry multiple VLAN traffic using 800 to 1Q tagging, also known as .1Q. Okay, each frame is tagged with tag with a VLAN ID, so the receiving switch knows which VLAN it belongs to. Trunk ports are typically used between switch to switch or switch to router connection. Why is option A, access port, is wrong? Access port belongs to only one VLAN and connect to end devices like PC and printers. The device doesn't need to know anything about VLANs. Okay. Option C, routed port. Routed port is a layer 3 port that has its own IP address and performs routing. It doesn't carry multiple VLANs. It routes between them. Okay. Option D, mirror port, also called span port. Copies traffic to a monitoring device like a packet analyzer. It's a security troubleshooting tool, not a VLAN transport mechanism. So trunk is multiple VLANs and access is one VLAN. Okay. Next question. Okay. Number 6. IPv6. What is the length of an IPv6 address in bits? The correct answer is 100 128. Okay, so IPv6 was created to solve the IPv4 address exhaustion problem. An IPv6 address is 128 bits long, written as 8 groups of 4 hexadecimal digits, separated by colons. For example, yeah, like that. For example, like you can search by yourself. Okay. Okay, why option A, B, D is wrong? Option A, 32 bits, is the length of an IPv4 address. 32, 32 bits gives us about 4.3 billion addresses, which sounds like a lot but run out. Okay. For option B, 64 bits is a common thread in IPv6. An address is split into two 64-bit halves, the network prefix, okay, and the interface in identifier. But the total is 128 bits, not 64. For option D is 256 bits. It's not a standard IP addressing format. IPv4 is 32 bits, IPv6 is 228 bits. That must now. Okay, that's uh, that's for question 6. Let's go to the question 7. Sorry, the next question. Okay. The question is, what is the key difference between this SCL access list? Okay, what is the key difference between a standard access list and an extended access list? Okay, the correct answer is B. Standard access list is only look at the source IP address because they're less specific. They should be placed close to the destination to avoid blocking too much traffic. For extended access list is can filter based on source IP, destination IP, protocol like TCP, UDP, ICMP, and port numbers. They're much more granular and should be placed close to the source. Why option A, C, D is wrong? Uh, has it Option A has it backwards. It's the standard access list that filters only source, not extended. Okay. For option C is standard access list is faster than extended access list. Uh, Processing speed is not a meaningful distinction in the content of CCNA. Both are applied in hardware and modern routers. Okay. Option D, extended access list can only be applied to one interfaces. Extended access list can be applied to any interface, not just one, okay, wide area network. The best practice is to apply them as close to the source as possible. Okay. Remember, standard is source only, extended is for everything like source, destination, protocol, port, like that. Okay. Question. Next question. Okay, not network address translation. Okay. The question is which type of NAT allows many internal hosts to share a single public IP address simultaneously? The correct answer is C. PAT. PAT. NAT overload. Okay. PAT, which stands for port address translation, also called NAT overload. PAT also allows also PAT allows many internal hosts to share one public IP address by differentiating connection using unique port numbers. This is how your home router works. All your devices share one public IP. Okay. Option A. Why wrong? Option A. Static NAT. Static NAT maps one private IP to one public IP permanently. It's a one-to-one mapping used for servers that need a consistent public address. Option B. Dynamic NAT. Dynamic NAT also does one-to-one mapping, but dynamically from a pool of public IPs. The number of simultaneous connection is limited by the pool size. Option D, twice NAT. Twice NAT is translates both of source and destination address simultaneously. This is used in special scenarios like overlapping address spaces between networks. PAT is the most common NAT in real life. It's why billions of devices can access the internet despite limited IPv4 addresses. Okay, next question. One wide area network. Uh, Sorry. Which the question is which one when encapsulation protocol is an open standard and works between different vendors. The correct answer is triple P, PPP. Point-to-point protocol. PPP is defined to RFC 1661 and is a vendor neutral open standard. It works between devices from different manufacturers and supports features like authentication, compression, and multi-link. So we go we why A C D is wrong. Option A HDLC in its basic form is a standard, but Cisco added proprietary fields to their version, making Cisco HDLC only compatible between Cisco devices. Okay, and then option C is frame relay is a WAN technology, mostly legacy now, that requires specific frame relay equipment. It's not a simple encapsulation choice like PPP. Okay, and then option D is Cisco HDLC. Cisco HDLC is explicitly proprietary. If you connect to Cisco router to a non-Cisco router using HDLC, it won't work. Okay, PPP is open standard, cross-vendor compatibility. This is a okay. Next question 10. DHCP. Okay. What is the correct order of the DHCP process? Correct answer is A. Discover over request knowledge, also known as DORA. Not Dora the Explorer, right? Not Dora the Explorer. Sorry. Here's how it works. The client first sends a discover broadcast like I need an IP. Okay. The server responds with an over. Here once. Okay. And then the client sends a request. I'll take that one. Like that. Okay. And then the server confirms with an acknowledge. It's yours. Like that. Okay. Dora. Discover over request knowledge. Option B, C, D, and Option B, C, and D are all wrong because they violate the logical order. A client can send a request before getting an offer. It doesn't know that to request yet, and server can make an offer before receiving a discover. Okay, Dora is your memory tricks. Discover over request knowledge. Okay. Next question. I want to sleep. Okay. 11. Question. Which port number is used by DNS? The correct answer is 55. Port 55. 55. 53. Sorry. DNS uses UDP port 53 for regular queries and TCP port 53 for zone transfers between DNS servers and when the response is larger than 512 bytes. Okay. Option A, port 21. Okay, wrong. Port 21 is used by FTP, file transfer protocol, for the control channel. Okay, option B, port 25. Port 25 is used by SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol for sending email between servers. Option D, port 80 is used by HTTP for unencrypted web browsing. HTTPS uses port 443. Okay. Okay. You can memorize the port if you want to. You can memorize the port like CCNA, FTP is 21, SSH like 22, Telnet is 23, SMTP is 25, DNS is 53, HTTP is 80, and HTTPS is 40 for 443. Okay. Next question. Subnetting. Okay, what is the network address of IP 132, 168, 10, and 65? Prefix 27. The correct answer is C. We 92.168.10 and point 64. Okay. Prefix 27 subnet mask is 255.255.255.255.224. The interesting octet is the last one with prefix 27. We have 5 host bits, so the block size is 2 Oh, sorry. I don't know. Our subnets are 0, 32, 64, 96, and 128. The IP address ends in 65. Which block does 65 fall into? It's between 64 and 96, so the network address is 64.64 and the broadcast is 95. Okay. Option A, 0. 0 is the first subnet, range 0 to 31. Okay, our IP is 65, is not in that range. Okay. Option B, 32 is the second subnet. 32 is the second subnet. Our IP is 65, is not in that range. Okay. Option D, 66. 66 is the fourth subnet. Our IP is 65. But okay, okay. Like that. Next question. I think next question is switching. Okay, switching. The question is, what happens when a switch receives a frame with a destination MAC address not in its MAC address table? The correct answer is C. The frame is flooded out all ports except the incoming port. Okay, this behavior is called unknown unicast flooding. When a switch doesn't know where the destination MAC is, it sends a frame everywhere except where it came from, so the destination can receive it. Once the destination responds, the switch learns its MAC and adds it to the table, like that. Option A is wrong. A switch never drops an unknown unicast frame. Dropping would mean communication faults. Option B, the frame is sent to the default gateway, is wrong. Option B is wrong. Switches are layer 2 devices and don't know about default gateways. That's layer 3 concepts for hosts and routers. Option D, the frame is sent back to the sender. Option D is wrong. Returning the frame to the sender would be pointless and incorrect behavior. That would be like returning a letter because you don't know the recipient. Okay. Flood is unknown destination. Learn is known destination. Filter same segment. Forward is different segment. These are the 4 switch frame handling behavior. Question 14. Let's go to question 14. Routing. Okay. The question is, what is the administrative distance of OSPF? The correct answer is 110. Okay. Administrative distance or AD is a value that tells the router how trustworthy a routing source is. Lower AD, more trusted. Here, the key is once it like connected 0 static it's this one. AGRP internal is 90, OSPF is 110, RIP or RIP 120, AGRP external is 170. Okay, so option A 90 is the AD4 AGRP internal routes. Okay, option C 120 is AD4 RIP or RIP, which is considered less reliable than OSPF. Option D 170 is the AD for AGRP external routes. Routes distribute into AGRP from another protocol. If a router has both OSPF and RIP routes, if a router has both OSPF and RIP routes to the same destination, it will prefer the OSPF route because 110 is lower than 120. Memorize the AD table. Memorize the AD table. Next question. Maybe like this. No. Security. Security. Okay. The question: which switch security feature limits the number of MAC address allowed on a port? The correct answer is port security. Port security lets you control how many and which MAC address can connect to a specific switch port. If a violation occurs, too many MAC address makes for an unauthorized MAC, the port can be set to shut down, error, or disable. Restrict is drop and lock or protect, silently drop. Okay. Option A BDY is wrong. Option A BPDU guard. BPDU guard protects the spanning tree topology. If a port configured as port fast receives a BPDU, it immediately shutdowns mean error or disable to prevent rogue switches from becoming the root. Option B root guard. Root guard prevents a port from becoming a root port if it receives superior BPDUs protecting the existing root bridge. Option D is DHCP snooping. Prevent rogue DHCP servers from handling out incorrect IP address. Okay, it validates this DHCP messages and builds a binding table of legitimate places. Okay, next question. Question: which Wi-Fi standard operates on both 5GHz and GHz and 2.4 GHz? Dual band. The correct answer is 802.11n. Okay, also known as Wi-Fi 4. 811n was the first Wi-Fi standard to support dual band operation. It works on both 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz. It's also introduced MIMO, multiple input, multiple output technology and reach speeds up to 600 megabytes per second. Okay, option A 811A only operates on 5 gigahertz. Okay, option B is point 11B only operates on 2.4 gigahertz. Okay, and option C is 11G only operates on 2.4 gigahertz. Okay, next question. CDP LLDP. A question: what is the primary purpose of CDP, Cisco Discovery Protocol? The correct answer is B. Discover information about directly connected Cisco devices. CDP is a proprietary Cisco Layer 2 protocol that runs on all Cisco devices by default. It sends multicast advertisement every 60 seconds and allows devices to learn about their neighbors, including hostname, IP address, device platform, iOS version, and port connection. It's incredibly useful for network documentation and troubleshooting. Option A. Encrypt traffic between Cisco devices. CDP does not encrypt anything. It actually sends information in plain text, which is why many security policies recommend disabling CDP on external facing interfaces. Option C. Replace routing protocols on small networks. CDP is not a routing protocol. It cannot make routing decision or forward user traffic. Option D is distribute IP address to hosts. Distributing IP addresses is the SCP job. CDP just shares discovery information. Okay, the open standard equivalent of CDP is LLDP, Link Layer Discovery Protocol. Okay. Next question. Next question is QoS, quality of service. Okay, question. In QoS, what does traffic shaping mean? Drop. The correct answer is delay packets to conform to a specific rate. Okay. The traffic shaping buffers excess traffic and sends it when the rate allows. The result is a smooth, consistent traffic flow. The downside, it adds latency because packets wait in the buffer. Option A, drop packets that exceeded the bandwidth limit. Option A is describes traffic policing, not shaping. Policing is more aggressive. It drops or remarks packets that exceeded the defined rate. No buffering, no delay, no, just drop like that. Option C, encrypt packets based on priority. Encryption based on priority is not QoS mechanism. Encryption is handled by security protocols. Okay. Option D, duplicate important packets to prevent loss. Duplicating packets is not standard QoS behavior. Some redundancy protocols do this, but it's not QoS shaping. Okay, key in this question is shaping. Shaping is buffer and delay. Smooth is smooth for okay or smooth. Okay. Policing is drop or remark aggressive like that. Uh, this next question. Troubleshooting. Troubleshooting. Which Cisco IOS command is used to view the routing table? The correct answer is C. Show IP route. This is one of the most important commands in Cisco IOS. It displays the complete IP routing table showing all known networks, know how they were learned. C is connected as static or SPFD, AGRP, RIP, the next hop IP address, and the outgoing interface. Every CCNA candidate must know this command. Okay. Option A, show IP interface brief. Show IP interface brief is also very useful, but it shows a summary of all interfaces, their IP addresses, and up or down status, not the routing table. Option B, show MAC address. Show MAC address table is a switch command that displays the MAC address table with VLAN, MAC, and port info. Routers can have MAC address tables, except for connected interfaces. Option D, show running config. Show running config shows the entire running configuration of the device. It includes all settings, not just routing. Troubleshooting. Okay. Troubleshooting tip is always start with show IP route when diagnosing routing problems like that. Next question is the last question. What does infrastructure as code IAC mean in modern networking? The correct answer is B. Managing and provisioning network infrastructure through verifiable configurations, files, or code. Infrastructure as code (IAC) is a modern approach where network configuration and resources are defined in code that can be version controlled, tested, and automated instead of manually clicking through GUI or typing CLI commands. You write the scripts or config files and let automation tool help apply them. Okay, popular. Option A is wrong. LAC doesn't require special hardware. It's about how you manage infrastructure, not hardware you use. Option C, writing code transform. LAC works equally well for physical, virtual, and cloud. Okay. Option D is closer to SDN, software defined network, or NFSV. Okay. Next question. The last question. This is the last. What the fuck? Okay, maybe that's all 20 CCNA practice questions. Okay, let's do a quick recap. Let's do a quick recap. Always remember the OSI layers and which protocol belongs where. Subnetting is math, practice is daily. Know your administrative license, AGRP, OSPF, or RIP. DSCP is DORA, Discover Over Request Knowledge. Memorize your well-known ports like DNS, HTTP, HTTPS. Okay. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more CCNA content. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.